The pollution of the Earth led to the extinction of humanity. For 1,000 years, robots revitalized nature until they stumbled upon a remarkable discovery. Before the narrative begins, we learn about the Robotic Code of Ethics, which states that developers must create robots to assist humans, avoid programming harmful functions, ensure robots' interaction with each other, and provide the ability for self-repair for safe operation. In case a robot is unable to comply with these directives, its functions must be removed. Humans disappeared from the face of the Earth 1,000 years ago. The monolithic city of Eden 3 is populated by robots who care for the environment and grow fruits and vegetables to create biofuel, sustaining their livelihoods. One day, two agricultural robots, A37 and E92, while harvesting crops discover a cryogenic capsule containing a child named Sarah Grace. Upon waking up, Sarah immediately calls the robot's mom and dad. The robots record her voice and realize that a human is in front of them. Despite all Eden 3 residents considering humans very dangerous, A37 and E92 take the girl with them. E92, the dad, insists on immediately reporting their find to security, as the absence of a report is considered a malfunction, which could lead to reprogramming. However, A37, the mom, assures that she will report about Sarah later. The girl starts crying loudly. A37 and E92 fear that other robots might hear her, and they want to make the sound of her cry quieter. Understanding that it's impossible, they figure out that she needs energy. A37 takes her to the charging chamber, but that doesn't work either. So, the parents decide to feed Sarah apples, and the girl peacefully falls asleep. Some time passes, and the robots continue to raise Sarah and teach her to speak. One day, E92 recalls that it's time to report about Sarah, who might pose a threat. However, A37 claims to have analyzed Sarah's voice and ensured that she is completely harmless. Suddenly, a guard appears nearby. The robots try to hide the child and ask her to behave quietly. E92 is certain that Sarah will be discovered, so he suggests saying that they just found her. But as the guard approaches, they manage to deceive him. A37 and E92 still don't know what to do with Sarah. E92 suggests hiding the girl underground, where dissident robots gather, believing in an unconfirmed version that humans created them. A37 thinks it's dangerous but agrees with E92. They head to meet the dissidents in the underground sector, but upon arrival, they see that the dissidents are captured by a group of guards led by Zero for having an image of a human in their possession. One of the dissident robots, who noticed the child with A37 and E92, manages to convey some coordinates to them. Frightened, the robots, along with Sarah, leave the parking area and contemplate what to do with the girl. A37 suggests finding the location based on the received coordinates since staying in Eden 3 is too risky. They go on a long journey and finally meet a group of machines that couldn't assimilate with regular robots and believe that humans created them. The leader of the non-integrated machines, named John, who has spent a long time studying humans, reveals that they miraculously avoided reprogramming and now live in a safe refuge. John also informs them that he provided the coordinates of the refuge using an old robot he hacked to infiltrate Eden 3. The robots joyfully welcome Sarah, who quickly befriends a little machine named PJ3, the only one that doesn't speak human language. The rest have a program for communicating with humans, activated upon hearing a human voice. John informs them that they have plenty of food and water, so Sarah can survive here. About 10 years pass. A37, E92, and Sarah, now a teenager, live in the refuge. The girl still spends time playing with PJ3. One day, she enters John's office and accidentally finds herself in the shell of one of the robots from Eden 3. Sarah really wants to go there, but E92 explains to her that in the outside world, most robots believe that humans are evil, so they might harm her. At night, Sarah sneaks into John's office again and uses a robot to approach Eden 3. She is bombarded with questions about how and why she is the only human among robots. During another secret exploration around Eden 3, Sarah discovers an abandoned battle mech. However, immediately after activation, her voice is detected in Eden 3, and Zero orders his machines to eliminate the human. One night, Sarah hears a child's voice in her dream, asking for help and urging her to go to Eden 3. Determined to help another human, she immediately heads to Eden 3, but on the way, she notices surveillance drones. She asks PJ3 to inform everyone about the danger and decides to lead them away from the refuge. Having escaped the pursuit, Sarah returns to the refuge. However, John informs her that now Eden 3 knows that humans inhabit this area, so it's dangerous for her to stay here. Sarah then convinces A37 and E92 that she needs to go to Eden 3 to find answers to her questions. Since it's now even unsafe in the refuge, she wants to take the risk to uncover the truth about her origins. In the evening, Sarah shows John a memory card she once found at an excavation site. Constructing a projector from PJ3, Sarah plays an ancient recording on the medium, which turns out to be some kind of movie. John explains that the strange movements on the screen are called dancing, and humans dance when they are joyful and happy. The robots then start mimicking the humans, trying to better understand their emotions. Suddenly, Sarah hears the child's voice again, humming a lullaby, and we are transported to the past. Dr. Weston Fields investigates the catastrophic consequences of human activity and concludes that in just 10 years, there will be no habitable places left on the planet. The world is now engulfed in wars where people destroy each other to increase their chances of participating in some project for the chosen few. Dr. Fields' daughter, Liz, shows him various findings, including apple flowers and seeds brought by a dog-like robot named Emily. Liz wants to plant the seeds, but her father claims that the soil is contaminated and barren everywhere. The girl is upset, but Dr. Fields assures her that he is doing everything to revive nature and help humanity return to regular life. Meanwhile, the robots send Sarah with PJ3 to Eden 3 and give various pieces of advice. She asks her parents not to worry about her and promises to return unharmed. Seeing her off, the robots hurry to eliminate all traces of Sarah's presence in the refuge before the guards arrive. Hiding in an apple barrel, Sarah and PJ3 infiltrate Eden 3, hoping to find another human there. The girl barely survives when the contents of the barrel are thrown into the food disintegration furnace. In the underground sector, Sarah encounters a friendly robot who suggests she follow him. Suddenly, she asks him to wait, and at that moment, Zero immediately learns about her location and then sends security after her. Descending further, Sarah discovers Zurich, an artificial intelligence system that controls Eden 1. Zurich explains that Sarah must help 35,000 people in cryogenic sleep. According to the AI, the life support system is already at its limit because people were not awakened at the scheduled time. Sarah demands to wake up the people right away, but the AI claims that only a human can initiate the deactivation program with an unknown password. Zurich urges Sarah to find the password and awaken the surviving 34,998 people. It turns out there is another person who woke up, just like Sarah. It's none other than Dr. Fields himself. Sarah is curious about his whereabouts, but at that moment, guards enter the hall. Zurich opens a secret passage for her, and Sarah, with PJ3, manages to escape. Zero heads to the underground sector to find and eliminate Sarah, but Zurich refuses to comply and shuts down. In response, Zero orders a reconnaissance squad to surround Eden 3. Fortunately, Sarah manages to escape before they arrive. At night in the forest, A37 and E92 find her and ask her to return to the refuge. However, the girl wants to fulfill her mission. She tells her parents about the people she or Dr. Fields must awaken from cryogenic sleep. Soon, Emily appears next to them. A37 discovers that this robot doesn't need biofuel, meaning it was not created in Eden 3. They see Emily collecting apples, and the girl speculates that he might be living with a human. Sarah, with her parents and PJ3, follows Emily, but at that moment, they are detected by a surveillance drone. However, it turns out that the drone couldn't pinpoint Sarah's exact location because her data was deleted by a human. By morning, they reach a partially ruined house located in the ruins of Eden 0. Sarah explores the abandoned rooms but finds no one. Then Emily initiates a message from Dr. Fields. In the video, he explains that he woke up from cryogenic sleep and saw that the world had been rejuvenated, meaning the Eden project was successful. He regrets only that he couldn't show the new world to his loved ones. It turns out this video was recorded 400 years ago. This deeply saddens Sarah, as she had hoped to meet a living human. A37 assures the girl that she will meet people when she learns the password. At that moment, guards burst into the house. They capture Sarah and the robots and bring them to Zero in Eden 3. When the girl regains consciousness, she notices that all the robots from the refuge were also captured. A37 and E92 try to convince Zero that humans are not dangerous, but he is convinced that humans destroy the world and are evil to all living beings. The robots present many arguments proving that Sarah is a good person and ask not to separate them, but Zero remains adamant. He shows them notes from the past confirming his words, and then orders the guards to destroy Sarah as a harmful organic substance and reprogram all descending robots. Sarah is overwhelmed with rage, and with astonishing strength, she attacks the guards, disabling them one by one. Zero addresses the other robots, stating that Sarah has demonstrated how cruel humans can be. Zero grabs Sarah and carries her to the food disintegration furnace, but at the last moment, John saves her, allowing her to escape from Eden 3. Sarah returns to the abandoned house in the territory of Eden 0. She begins to doubt whether she should awaken people if they are that horrible. But suddenly, Emily starts another video. In it, Dr. Fields converses with Zurich and prepares for the transfer of his consciousness into a robot. He asks the AI to erase all his memories of human life, but Zurich claims it can only block them. The AI doesn't understand why Dr. Fields wants to eliminate all human aspects in himself, and he responds that humans hinder the creation of a perfect world. Sarah recognizes Dr. Fields' voice and realizes that he became the cruel ruler Zero. We are once again transported to the past. Dr. Fields is talking to his wife Ashley, who is weakening due to an unknown illness. He tells her about the progress of preparing cryogenic sleep capsules for people who will be fortunate enough to live in the future ideal world of Eden, controlled by robots. Ashley hopes that while their daughter Liz, who is also ill, is in cryogenic sleep, AI will develop the necessary medicines and eventually cure her. However, Liz's condition worsens. Dr. Fields tells her about the wonderful life awaiting her in the future, but the girl weakens before the project is launched. In the present, Zurich contacts Sarah and asks her to utter the password within 24 hours, or life support systems will be shut down. Meanwhile, Zero takes control of the demolition robot to destroy all robots assisting humans in their habitat. Guards surround Sarah, but Zurich claims that robots cannot harm humans. Sarah recalls how Zero wanted to destroy her and realizes there is still something human in him. Then Sarah comes up with an idea to get the password. She asks Zurich to activate the battle mech and prepares to fight Zero. Giant robots, as well as Sarah's friends from the shelter and guards, engage in battle. During the confrontation, Sarah leaves the battle mech and speaks directly to Dr. Fields. She plays a recording of Liz's voice calling for her dad. At that moment, many of Dr. Fields' blocked memories surface in Zero's consciousness. Unable to cope with emotions, Zero pushes Sarah from the height of the demolition robot. However, at the last moment, he rushes to the girl and, sacrificing his life, saves her. Sarah is surprised by Zero's sudden decision, but he explains that robots should not harm humans. He finally confesses that he was once human, and the AI informs Zero that his body will soon shut down. Sarah rushes to ask him for the password, but Zero doesn't respond immediately. He wonders what kind of world Sarah is going to build with all the awakened people, but Sarah assures Zero that he himself can build the world that his daughter Liz dreamed of. Zero asks Sarah to smile at him and gives her the password, which turns out to be the same robotic code of ethics mentioned at the beginning of the story. After Sarah reads the entire text, Zurich deactivates cryogenic sleep and initiates the awakening system. Thousands of capsules emerge from the ground, and Zurich asks the girl if people are truly needed in this world. Sarah hesitates for a moment, but then opens one of the capsules and retrieves a child. After some time, Sarah finds A37 and E92, who have lost all memories and become ordinary agricultural robots again. With tears in her eyes, she gets to know them anew. Would you revive humanity in a new world? Wouldn't you be afraid that people could once again destroy the world around them? Share your thoughts in the comments below, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next videos.